Hi and welcome to Gist with Cody. Maurice Sam cries out and begs for forgiveness after Uche Nancy warned him. This is the video. I'm bringing you the details in a moment. Don't forget to subscribe. This is the first time you're coming across Gist with Cody. Kindly turn on your notification button so that once I post a new video, you will be notified. And don't forget to like my video, share and comment. Maurice Sam begs for forgiveness after Uche Nancy sounded a warning to him as a good mother-in-law, and that is the topic I am going to expatiate here for you to understand why he cries out and begs for forgiveness. We all know that Maurice Sam is one that is always ready to do everything to ensure that the family is in peace, and everything about the family is about love. He doesn't know whether he is the man or the woman, the child or the mother-in-law. All he knows that there should be love and harmony in his household. And so when the mother-in-law visited and found out that there's something missing out which they are not doing well, she quickly rebooked that character, and that is exactly what we are going to talk about on this video. And at that moment, it was discovered that as Maurice Sam was crying, begging for forgiveness, it is actually because they found out something they are not doing well, and that is why it was happening. The mother-in-law quickly rebooked that character and said, "No, this is not what I expected from you and Sonia Uche, so that it will not become a norm or a tradition for both of you." And that is why I am rebooking it right away now. And so let's go straight to what transpired that Uche Nancy rebooked. But before then, I want us to look at what some of these fans are saying. Some are saying that what Uche Nancy did is love, and that every mother-in-law should try to emulate that. That what she did is to show love to the son-in-law, and equally to show the daughter how to live in love and peace with the husband. That every caring mother and mother-in-law normally go in to rebook a particular character that they've seen which is not palatable or not good for their son-in-law, or which is not going to help any family to be strong. That's exactly why, as Uche Nancy discovered that there's something missing, she quickly landed and rebook it and ensure that two people cannot be in the house and not be loving each other, more especially when it comes to the matter of the heart and something concerning the family. That you should not say in any case that you are not involved, that you should do everything possible in order to resolve it. And as it stands now, it has been notified everyone living in that household that harmony and peace is there, because Maurice Sam has begged and cried out to the mother-in-law for forgiveness, and everybody and all of them are happy because they now know that Maurice Sam is ready to do everything to make sure the family is in a good shape. And so it was discovered by the mother-in-law as she went to visit them that there's something they are missing out, which is to say that, number one, as couples, they don't suppose all the time to be showing love only to themselves and to their fans and to the whole world. They should have a time where they should rest and not do service for all the humanity they come across all the time. They should have a rest time so that their energy can be stronger. And they beg that they use all the time to work, that from now on they will start resting. And that is why Maurice Sam is crying and begging the mother-in-law that it's not as if attentions are not being paid to each other or for resting, but rather they believe so much on their fans that that's why they are trying to entertain their fans in a bigger, better and lovely way, that henceforth they will find time to be having rest, as that will help also their health. Equally, she said she has most times made mention of this, but then they are trying to make sure they believe in wanting together and do it together, and that is why it is important now that the mother-in-law has hinted this. Secondly, the mother-in-law hinted a very vital part again that made Maurice Sam cry and beg for forgiveness, and that is to say that the rumor she had about Pewax, whether it is true or not, Maurice Sam cried and begged for forgiveness that he did not come to tell her everything before she asked. That normally he should have explained everything to her before asking, but she now came and asked him. Then that is why he is crying and begging for forgiveness, as it is a matter of the heart, and he doesn't want to cause any harm either to the love of his life, Sonia Uche, or to the family at large. And so at that moment, it was discovered that Maurice Sam is still learning as a young one in love. And the mother-in-law said, no problem. All we do now is to ensure we discuss everything. And Maurice Sam now took time to tell the mother-in-law that there's nothing special or nothing happening between him and Pewax. They are just friends, and that is exactly what they are. That there's nothing there. And the mother-in-law said that's the more reason I should have been carried along for advice and equally to help you to handle these cases. That these are the things that come up as couples who love each other very much and who are willing to do every best thing for each other. That there will be side distractions, there will be side attention. And at that moment, Maurice Sam and Sonia felt that they failed in the obligations, and Maurice Sam cried and begged for forgiveness and promised that he would do better love after this time out. And on that note, every one of them were happy, and they decided to go over to other things, as it is a matter of visit by Uche Nancy, who told them to be ensuring that they communicate appropriately when due, that it is not meant for only them to carry some things that are challenging, rather they should share it to themselves and everyone will contribute. On that note, she left and she returned back to her base, and Maurice Sam and Sonia were happy and promised each other to do better and promised the mother-in-law to do better, as Maurice Sam begged and cried for forgiveness, and it was granted. Everything was sealed, and she told them to forget about the case of Pewax, that is a minor case that normally comes up and should be discussed all time to ensure that everybody is carried along as the matter is. And that is how Maurice Sam cried and begged for forgiveness to the mother-in-law, Uche Nancy, when she paid them a courtesy visit in their home. And all the fans are saying that somebody who is like Maurice Sam would always be ready to make everything right in his family. And it has been seen why the mother visit was there. And that is a very good character displayed by Maurice Sam. They congratulated him for making this wonderful move and wonderful gesture. And it is very good to see that he's a humble and caring husband. And that is the most important part of this. Thank you for watching Gist with Goodyear. Please don't forget to subscribe.